Hey, I'm Roland with Mobile Geeks, and I have right here the new YotaPhone. Yota is actually a Russian mobile phone carrier, and they have a daughter company called YotaPhone, or it is basically a spin-off. And the company is actually dabbling with a couple of different mobile phone concepts, and this one is actually coming to market right now. It launched today. I can't tell you the price right now, but we'll put that in an annotation on the video. The YotaPhone is special in the way that it not only has a 4.3-inch IPS display, but it also has a 4.3-inch e-paper display on the back. So basically you have an e-reader and a smartphone combined in a 4.3-inch form factor. Let's get it out of its box first, and then in another video I'll show you a bunch of the features. It comes in this pretty fancy looking box. Actually was at the Cannes Lions, won CNET's Best of CES 2013, but they've improved the hardware by now. All made out of paper, got this foam inner parts right here, and it actually unboxes in a really nice way. So this is actually going to be a rather quick unboxing because you just fold it open like that, and there you go, that's it. You get a bunch of earpieces for your headset. The headset is a standard in-ear kind of headset. I'll show you that just quickly right there. This is the key for the micro SIM card slot that's on the phone. In the middle, as you can see, is the YotaPhone itself with its 4.3-inch screen on the front. Over here in this compartment you get a standard micro USB cable, and up here is a standard micro USB or USB charger, which has a pretty neat feature. When you plug it in and plug in the phone, this part in the middle, the logo, actually lights up, and when you've done charging, it turns off the light, and so you know that the phone is charged without even touching it. Let's get to the phone itself, or not the phone, not yet. This is the Russian Quick Start Guide. This device actually came straight from Russia, so we only have the Russian guide in the box. There is another Quick Start Guide they gave us in English, German, French, Italian, and Spanish. And what it does is it basically tells you how to use the phone, because there are a bunch of special features on this. So they're actually using touch stripes on the front and on the back, but I'll show you that in a second. So you might want to, this is the first phone where I actually had to read the Quick Start Guide to be able to use it. But once you've started using it, it's actually pretty self-explanatory. Down here we have a voucher for 1,000 rubles, as my colleague told me, who's able to actually speak Russian. So you'll be able to download apps for free or for 1,000 rubles from YotaPhone's App Store, where they're going to be releasing a bunch of apps that are specially designed for the YotaPhone, and they won't be available from the Android market, I guess, or Play Store as it's called nowadays. And in here you get a little cloth to actually clean the screens, which is again telling you how to use all those touch gestures on the phone. Let's talk about the phone for a second. I'll turn it on for you. The device is actually based on a Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Plus CPU, which is an MSM 8960 dual-core 1.7 gigahertz chip from Qualcomm, as I said. It's the same chip that's used in a bunch of Nokia smartphones. It's got 2 cores, it's got a nice Adreno graphics in there, which is basically enough for everything. This device is actually placed in the kind of high-end market, so the price is probably going to be a bit higher than you'd expect. It's got a 4-inch screen, which is an IPS panel with 1280 by 720 pixels. So it has a pretty high pixel density of 341 pixels per inch. Does what it's supposed to, right? But what's special is on the back actually, but let's get done with the front first. We have a 1 megapixel camera up here. Right next to that are the light and the distance sensors. This is the earpiece right there. Down here under the screen is actually a stripe of capacitive buttons, or it's not actually buttons, it's just a capacitive field where you can actually do gestures. So you actually go back to the home screen by swiping to the right, and if you swipe to the left, you'll go back in any app, whatever you're using, right? If you look at it from the side, you can already see that the back is kind of bent, so that even the e-ink display on the back is kind of flexible because it's made out of plastic. And there you go, that's the 4.3 inch 640 and by 360 pixel e-paper display. So it actually has half the resolution of the screen that's on the front. It's got grayscale, that's for sure, and you're actually not able to use any like touch screen stuff on this because this is not actually a touch screen, but you have a touch sensitive field down here which makes you able to do a couple of different gestures on the phone. This is a 13 megapixel camera. You have an LED flash right there. Again, this is supposed to go in the high-end market. It's got 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of onboard flash storage. So actually, it is pretty well equipped. They have a speaker down here, and on the bottom, there you go, you have a second mic, or that's actually the mic you're talking to when you call people. The micro USB port, and nothing on the right. On the top, that's the micro SIM card slot, which is actually combined with the power button. So you press here and you insert the SIM key right there and the whole thing comes out. There's a noise cancellation mic and a 3.5 millimeter headset jack. On the left you get the usual volume rocker that's also used for navigating on the display on the back. I'll show you around the phone in another video because the gesture part is actually pretty interesting and they're doing a lot of stuff with the e-paper display. So this has been Roland from Mobile Geeks with the new YotaPhone from YotaPhone. Thank you.